How's the thumb?
It's good. It's good. It's healed up. It's ready. Ready whenever.
How much during this time period have you been able to gain a comfort level with the playbook and the scheme, even though you're not out in the field practicing?
Yeah, I've been able to go about it in a lot of different ways. I've been in obviously every single meeting. I talked about the striver and the virtual reality stuff at the beginning. Been able to do that, and then just it was kind of fun to be able to kind of go about things kind of my own way a little bit. There wasn't the pressure of necessarily playing to where I can kind of come off to the side after the day and kind of try to digest things in my way, to be able to go into those meetings and be more prepared for those, and even be able to come back and be extremely prepared if the number gets called at some point.
Do you kind of understand what they're talking about in terms of starting the clock? Because most fans would prefer you start right now, be the backup. Can you kind of take us through what those conversations have been like and what they're trying to kind of a plan for you?
Yeah, I think they have a plan. We've talked about it a little bit. Obviously, I trust them to put the plan in place whenever they feel it's necessary, whenever they feel it's best for me to come back and practice or come back and play. I'm just going to stick to my routine that I've been going through, and then when I come back to practice, it'll be my first time actually taking a snap, playing with guys in over almost 10, 12 weeks now. So I think they have a good plan with that, because I haven't been taking snaps with anyone to where come back they want to get me some practice reps before they put me into a game without even practicing a little bit. So I think they have an awesome plan, and whenever they feel like they want to put that plan in place, then I'll be ready.
You're about as confident as and we've seen around here in a while, and a part of you say, why the delay? Let's go.
Yeah, I'll always be a confident guy. I'm ready whenever they're ready. I'll be ready, and I don't know. I've been in this league for, what is it? It's been 8 weeks, 9 weeks, whatever, to where they know a lot more about this league than I do, and they know a lot more about timing and this whole process, to where I trust them, like I said, but they'll get a confident guy whenever they call the number up.
Is there frustration that you're not the guy this week?
I don't think there's frustration in that I'm not the guy this week. I think there's frustration in the fact that it's been this long, and I've been doing virtual reality reps. It's going to be much anticipated for my half to be able to get back on the field. So I'm not frustrated with anything that's going on right now. Just as a competitor, as a guy, you want to be out there on the field. But like I said, I trust what's going on here, and I'm ready whenever they're ready.
When were you given all clear with the thumb?
It's probably been about 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. How much you sort of knew you were going to have to be patient during this? Has it been trying at any time?
Yeah, it's definitely been trying. When you're almost throwing to yourself, I don't know. It was just completely different. I think I said it when I first got hurt that I hadn't missed a game in my 4 years in Mizzou. I had many injuries that I was been able to fight through, and this was just a freak one that I wasn't able to fight through without maybe injuring myself further. So kind of had to figure things out. There was definitely a little anxiety, little antsiness to come back, but just been able to talk with Coach Skangs and TC and John, just kind of being able to calm me down, put a plan together for this whole time. It was kind of helped me ease my mind a little bit.
A lot was made when you got drafted about your relationship with Joe. How's he been over the first part of the season, helping you kind of get ready for eventual opportunity?
Joe's been amazing. I think just being in those meetings with him every single day, listening to whether or not he knows I'm listening and writing things down, what he's saying, I've been taking everything in. And even on the field, I was super happy that I got to travel and go to all the away games. I know sometimes guys on our don't necessarily travel, but to be able to go there, see those environments, see how he reacts, see him ready, in the locker room before a game, what's his preparation before the game? Does he go out and throw a little bit, or does he just kind of sit in the locker room and get ready? And I think it was cool to be able to see different perspectives of a quarterback, because, like I said, being the guy at Mizzou for 4 years, all I knew was myself and how I prepped. So to be able to come here, have a little time to see how other guys prep, I think it was very beneficial for me.
What did you learn Brandon Allen in that regard?
Say that again.
Brandon Allen in that regard. Joe had to worry about the game plan every week.
Yeah.
Was Brandon kind of the guy that helped teach you the ins and outs?
I'd say a little bit. I think it was always fun to be back there with him and TC and being able to talk to him every single practice, because the offense that he ran in LA is kind of similar to the offense we run now, to where he kind of had a different perspective on things. So I think what he brought was just a whole new idea to a different style of offense, talking to me about this, talking about that. We were rattling the play calls off to each other, it was nice to have someone there to like kind of push me a little bit instead of maybe being by myself.
What did you
talk a
learn in
few
the
more for Drew?
What did you learn in the preseason that makes you understand, like, I can't just go out there with kind of no practice into an NFL regular season game? Kind of why they want to make sure you're ready when you get that opportunity.
Yeah, because I think the progress I made from game 1 to game 2 to game 3, I think I can further that progress with a little bit of practice and then going into games and kind of getting a feel for it. But if I didn't have those preseason reps, I wouldn't be able to learn the things I did and been able to go out and play a little better in that San Fran game until I obviously got injured. So being able to go back and practice, kind of get my feet back underneath me, start to recall some things actively, like physically doing it instead of just watching it on a screen, I think that'll be big for me.
You talk about the prep in the NFL. How much different is it in the NFL than in college?
Yeah, it's a lot different. For one, you don't have school to worry about. You're here from 6 to 6:30, 6 to 7 every single day. So the amount of time you put into it just to be ready for, that game is, it's night and day different to where you can even go back and recall some of the stuff when we start playing these teams twice, keeping your notes, keeping everything in binders at home. I got my stack of stuff from all the games before to where I can go back and look at that and look at the notes that we took on their defense the first couple of weeks to where, in college you can maybe save them from year to year, but there's new D coordinators. You're literally playing guys 8 to 9 weeks later that you've already played. So it's just a whole different scheme of everything, but it's been really fun so far.
What are some examples
Last
of
one
what
here,
you've
Andrew, I
learned
believe.
from the VR over the last several weeks?
I think it was more so just kind of staying in tune with what's going on. It's like a different run tracks, different run footwork, certain play actions that we added in, certain looks to where, we ran a certain amount of plays. We had to install 1, 2, 3, up to 7. But when you start playing against different defenses, you start scheming up different plays to where I had never even seen how defense reacted to those certain plays or how the plays play out until I got to go in there and watch it pretty much from Joe's eye view the whole practice week to where instead of going out there and feeling like I'm running this play for the first time, I feel like I've ran it multiple times.
How many hours do you spend on that?
Oh, I go through each practice probably 2 times. So, like, we'll come in Wednesday, we'll practice. I'll go in before our Thursday practice, watch it, come back after Thursday, watch it again, go in the next day, watch the Thursday practice, watch it again at night, and just take little notes on, this run play's footwork is different this week than the last one. Being able to just stay fresh to where if I come back and, one of our outside zones footwork was this way and we changed it week 4 and I wasn't paying attention to it, then, those are just little things that I know the coaches don't want to teach. I don't want to, be a burden of that. So when I come back, I can be as sharp as I can be.